Alright, welcome back. This is video number 3 of week number 5. This video I'm titling My Way. Why would I do that? Well, it's because I want you to kind of get an understanding of how important it is for you to do things the way you want to do them. Now, when you gain perspective or when you gain information, when you're studying somebody else, you're not studying to copy what they do. You're studying to do it your way. And the reason you're not doing it your way right now is because you don't know. But once you start to study and gain some perspective and some knowledge about how or where it is that you want to go, or the way you want to get there, and whether you want to ride a bike or ride a bus or drive a car or fly a plane, all those are different modes of transportation, right? But all those will still get you to wherever it is that you're trying to go if you know where you're trying to go. But when you know where you're trying to go is based on your way, you know where you're trying to go, right? Because I don't know where you're going. Barbara doesn't know where you're going. John doesn't know where you're going. Only you know where you're going. So as you're charting your path through this thing called life, remember this. You can take advice from people. You can listen to people's perspective, but it's still, at the end of the day, going to be based on what you want. And your actions will depict what you chose. So if you chose not to do something, that wasn't because of, you didn't get enough rest last night, or you got to go to work in 2 hours, or the kids kept you up, whatever the reason or the situation you deem the reason. That wasn't the reason, because if you wanted to do it badly enough, you would have did it anyway, and you would have been able to benefit from the results that come with making that decision to do things. And let me share something with you really quickly about how that works. When you decide to do something, regardless, understand that word, regardless. When you say, I am going to make this happen, regardless, then other doors will start to let you know it's time for you to do it. Or other things will come to you that show you that it was worth making that decision. But not until you make that decision and put some time behind it. Like if I'm going to create 90 days worth of video, if I'm going to create 3 videos every week, which will be 36 videos at the end of that 90-day window, which is 3 months, then as I'm going along charting my course on what I'm going to talk about this week or what I'm going to talk about that week, other things will show up. They'll just show up. As I'm watching a video about something else, an idea will come to me. And I'll say, you know what, I'm going to talk about that this week. Or I'm going to write that down, I'm going to read that. Because a lot of times I don't really feel like, having to go through the memorizational process, and I won't. I'll just read it to you guys because information is information. Right? Whether you get it in an audio or a video or a book, it doesn't matter as long as you get it, right? And that's my objective, is to give you the information. Once I gather the information and then I share the information, my job is done. I can't take you by the hand and make you do it. I can only give you a direction or an avenue that's possible for whatever it is that you're trying to do. Now, one of the things that I'm working on right now, in conjunction with creating these videos, is I'm doing events. I'm doing what's called vendor events. Now, as an author or as someone who creates products or has a service, you can attend different vendor events, rent a booth, and market your products or services. And I suggest that that's something that you consider doing once you decide that you want to do something, because that's actually, we'll say, level 1. Included in level 1, not only level 1, but that's included in the first level, because that level will take you to the next level and the next level to the next. Just like I spoke with about Maslow's hierarchy. See, there are things that you do on level 1 that are not on level 3. They're not on level 3. But you can't get to level 3 without doing them on level 1. That's the way it works. And as I indicated earlier, that's the way life works. Once you gain an understanding about something, you don't have to keep telling me about that understanding. I can understand this next thing, and I can understand this next thing, right? Simple enough. Now, having said that, I want to say this before I go. Make certain that you're doing something. Stop just waiting around for people to give you something, because nobody's coming to the rescue. And nobody can do it better than you. It's your time. This is the time. You have all the tools, all the resources necessary. All you have to do is talk to people. Talk to people about what it is that you would like to do. And when you see people who are doing what it is that you like to do, follow those people for a while. You know, I'm not saying imitate or mimic or none of that, although it's okay to do that. It's okay to pattern your style after someone else's until you identify who you really are, what it is that you really bring to the table. Because the only thing necessary is that it's out there. It has to be out there for people to see it. Now, are you going to be perfect first time out? No. Are you going to be perfect the 100th time out? Probably not. But you're getting better. You're getting better. And not just better, it's making more sense to you from an inner perspective. Now you can see the path. Now you can see the journey. You're starting to generate a few dollars, right? Now where you were going from like $0, actually you were in debt. And I don't mean literal debt, but I mean your expenses kept going because there are certain things you have to maintain in the internet industry, right? You got to, there's certain things that you have to pay. Not a lot, but it has to be paid. So again, foundation. Keep in mind that's the foundation. You got to have all that, and you got to know what those are, so that as you grow, those will sustain that growth, right? Now, having said that, what's my name? That's right, Larry James, SpeakLarry.com.